Hey guys, welcome back to another cryptocurrency news article. Today's article comes from Crypto Potato and looks like Mike Novogratz advises investors to buy Bitcoin as federal interest payments skyrocket. So, yes, as the US government continues turning over its debt at higher rates, can the Federal Reserve afford not to print? But yeah, crypto investor and Galaxy Digital CEO Mike Novogratz told followers on Wednesday to buy BTC in response to the United States government's rapidly growing interest expense on its sovereign debt. To some analysis, the trend suggests that the Federal Reserve will be forced to lower its benchmark interest rate again if the federal government can no longer keep up. Now, the US debt problem. According to market analysis, Joe Consorte, the US government is now paying $970 billion per year in interest payments, up $41 billion from quarter two. That's the highest interest expense of all time by a wide margin. Now, with annual payments only reaching $600 billion as of recently, as of quarter one of 2022, Consortia expects interest costs to reach $1 trillion soon. Now, that's over 20% of the government's $4.7 trillion federal tax revenue, according to the US debt clock. And yeah, as they're like, as tax receipts continue to lag, sovereign debt growth, interest payments will increasingly be funded with revenue from more debt issuance, wrote Consorti on Twitter. And yeah, Mike Novogratz commenting on that tweet, going by BTC. And here is the tweet from Joe Consorti. The US is now paying $970 billion in interest payments. At this rate, we'll hit $1 trillion soon. And as tax receipts continue to lag, sovereign debt will grow. So yes, buy Bitcoin. Now, interest costs began to surge after the Federal Reserve Bank began its monetary tightening cycle, during which it raised its benchmark rate from 0.25% to 5.25%. It also continued to sell Treasury debt and agency mortgage backed securities, driving up rates for short term T bills. Now, such rate hikes make it more difficult for the government to roll over its previously issued debt, as new loans force it to pay out buyers at a higher interest rate. In June, the St. Louis Fed published an essay stating that while interest payments are large in absolute terms, they still relatively small against the size of the US economy. However, the long interest rates stay high. More and more of the fixed rate marketable portion of the US debt will be rolled over to the higher rates, continuing to cause interest payments by the government to become a larger and larger portion of the budget, the bank's analysis added. Now, where does Bitcoin come into play? Well, mounting interest expenses suggest that the central bank may need to inject money into the economy again to keep it upright. Now, this would likely be bullish for risk assets, including Bitcoin, which is known for having an absolute fixed supply, irrespective of economic circumstances. Now, Bitcoin already rose from $19,000 to $30,000 in March when the Federal Reserve bailed out depositors to Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank, while also adding another $300 billion in assets back to its balance sheet. Now, Mike Novogratz correctly predicted the pump at the time. He also called Bitcoin a report card on fiscal stewardship earlier this month, and in response to the fast depreciating Turkish lira, reaching another all-time high in Bitcoin terms, the Coinbase CTO Balaji Srinivasan has repeatedly argued that this year the mounting debt across all sectors of the economy could cause the government to print trillions, which will ultimately boost Bitcoin's price. Because yeah, if the money just gets put into place, it's going to go somewhere. Bitcoin's a limited supply, a halving's happening, so less and less Bitcoin are out there to acquire. Minus, like, let's say at least maybe 4 to 6 million of it just gone and lost forever, just from people throwing hard drives, forgetting passwords, and all that stuff out there. But again, so yeah, it's crazy what's going on in this world, especially with those prices and just how much we're paying for the debt. So it's like what is going to happen? Well, all I know is you better hold on to some Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and maybe some gold and silver. And if you have some real estate properties, like, yeah, hold on to those. But yeah, so just be sure you have that for whatever comes to our future. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this article read through. And if so, smash that thumbs up button for me. Subscribe to the channel. And until next time, the Crypto Sherpa is out.